Morning, sunshine. And how are we feeling today?
You are the only person who calls me Jack.
Is that your way of saying you're going to miss me?
I have a visual on the anomaly. It seems to be growing more unstable.
My God! Incoming, Jack!
Olivia, everything is going to be fine. Are you injured?
What the hell is this?
I'm called Apollo. I mean you no harm. Ready to execute that TL job.
Here we go! Where are we? Talk to me, Juno.
His digital cortex is showing minimal synapse activity.
Jack? I think he can hear me.
I wish you had told me sooner that you were trying to repair him. I might have been more of a help.
Just keep the connection stable. There, you see? Now here's a sight for sore eyes. Good morning, sunshine. How are we feeling?
I don't know, Captain.
Juno.
The unit appears disoriented.
Yeah, time traveling 400 years into the future will do that to you.
Are you certain he's fully functional?
Go on, Jack. Tell her you're all right.
I think so. A little confused.
I don't doubt it. You've been out of commission ever since our little time jump on the Estrella.
Maybe we should run through his calibration program.
I just spent the past 3 months patching him up. You think I made a mistake?
Well, you're only human.
Well, how about we ask him? What do you think, Jack? You want to run your calibration program?
That won't be necessary.
Sorry, Juno. He's not interested.
An android willing to blatantly disregard protocol. I wonder where he learned that.
It is a mystery. Well, go on then. It's time we got him out of there.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable letting an untested android loose in the habitat.
My name is Jack.
Jack. Yes, of course. I meant no offense. You may call me Juno. I'm a fully transient artificial intelligence. I have been assigned as your caretaker.
That's one word for it.
Captain, please,
What was that?
Just a minor fluctuation in the power grid. Not to worry.
That's the 4th time just this morning.
I assure you, Captain, it's nothing to be concerned about. I'll be right back.
And there she goes. Come on, let's get you out of that contraption. There we are. Come on out. Try and take it slow. You've been offline for nearly 4 months. How does that feel?
I'm a little stiff. You may have left out a part or two.
Wait, really? Can you tell me which ones? I'll try and... Hold on. You're just messing with me, aren't you?
I am, yes.
Well, I'm glad your sense of humor's still intact. Okay, so physically you seem to be in order. But I know you've probably got a few questions.
I could do with some catching up, yes.
You bet. Ask me whatever you like. Or, if you'd rather, I can give you a quick tour of our new home. Whatever you want to do.
I could use a moment if that's all right.
By all means, take all the time you need. Just give us a shout when you're ready to go.
At least you can still monitor your swear count.
Well, sort of. That thing's not quite right anymore.
How so?
Ever since I got it back, it's been counting words that aren't even curses.
Must be an error in its vocal processing algorithms.
See what I mean?
How peculiar. Where does this door lead?
Oh, that's just another part of the workshop. I'm not allowed in there anymore.
What did you do?
Nothing.
Liv?
I may have set it on fire.
I'm sorry.
Let's just say it wasn't all smooth sailing, getting you back online. It's a lot to take in. I know. Jesus, I've been here nearly 4 months and still haven't managed to wrap my head around it all. Honestly, right now, I'm just glad to have you back.
Are these scorch marks a result of my breakdown?
Let's say yes.
I'm getting the impression there's more to this story.
Well, I mean, while I was trying to fix you, I may have accidentally set you on fire.
I beg your pardon?
It only happened once. No. Wait. Twice. But you're here now, so it's fine.
Is this part of my data scanner?
Yeah. It was one of the few bits I couldn't fix. I mean, I'm sure I'd have been able to dig up a replacement eventually, but I honestly didn't want to wait any longer to boot you up.
The scanner is of limited use now that I can no longer access the Atlas database. I'm sure I can manage without it. What happened to me?
Truth be told, I'm not sure. We were on the Estrella, still trying to wrap our heads around the fact we'd just, time traveled, when you started crashing. One system at a time. I barely managed to save your core memory. Luckily, it kept you alive long enough for me to work out how to fix you.
Thank you, Liv.
Please. You saved my life how many times? The very least I could do was return the favor.
Thanks for waiting.
Not a problem. Shall we? Oh, perfect. I swear sometimes it feels like this place is just a hair's breadth from falling to pieces. That usually works.
Where exactly are we?
We're on a space station orbiting Saturn.
That sounds familiar.
Well, not our old station, obviously. After we made our jump to the future, we were picked up off the Estrella and brought here and placed in isolation.
Isolation?
Juno says it's standard procedure. As if there is such a thing for time travel. Ah, there we go. Honestly, I wish I knew more about this place, but Juno's not exactly been forthcoming with the details. Hey, maybe now that I've got you back, we can work on getting some answers. And here we have the luxury suite. It's a far cry from my old room on the Kronos, but I think I've managed to spruce it up a bit. What do you think?
You appear to be settling in well enough.
Not much choice, really. I mean, it's not as though we can just hop a charter back to the 22nd century. Juno's let me co-opt a few cargo drones to dig through what's left of the Kronos.
The Kronos 2 is still out there.
I mean, I can't be sure, but yeah. I think there are at least 1 or 2 sections that managed to stay in orbit after all these years. Plus there was quite a bit of debris that got pulled into the future with us. And it's a good thing, too. Otherwise I'd never have found all the parts I needed to fix you. I've got to say, I don't think I've ever been more relieved to see you. If there's anything more you want to know, just ask and I'll do my best to answer. And whenever you're ready, we can move on.
Your bulldog's catch you. Quite impressive it's survived all this time.
Hey, we British are just stubborn that way. Can't keep us down.
So I've noticed. Collecting toys?
Oh, that was here when I moved in. You do have to admit, though, it does help liven up the place.
Yes, I think it does.
Are you just saying that to make me feel better?
Well, one of my directives is to look after your mental health.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that could use a tune-up.
What happened to your helmet?
Oh, the locking ring was jammed. I couldn't get it off without breaking the assembly. Don't suppose it matters, really. It's not like we're going anywhere. Ready to move on?
Very well, lead on.
Right this way. The common room's just through here. Well, this is it. Our new home. Such as it is.
Captain Rhodes?
Ah, Juno. There you are. We were beginning to worry.
Somehow I doubt that. I thought you'd like to know we have another cargo drone inbound.
How long?
A few minutes, maybe more.
Ah, perfect. So we have some time then. If you'd like, Jack, go on and have a look around. So, what's the story, Juno? Did you work out what was causing those power fluctuations or not?
As a matter of fact, I did.
So we won't have any more problems then?
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Brilliant.
I'm not familiar with this flag. Do you know the origin?
No idea. Kind of looks like a United Solar Nations colony flag. There's a few of them scattered about, but none I recognize.
Perhaps they're for new colonies?
Maybe. We're definitely not in Kansas anymore.
Liv, to my knowledge, you've never been to Kansas.
It's an idiom, Jack. It means we're out of place.
Do we have an update on the drone?
I'm sure it won't be much longer. Actually, since we're here, there's something I want to show you. Do you remember when the Estrella first arrived and I thought it was an alien ship?
But it wasn't. It was a human ship from the future. This future.
Right, but here's the thing. Look at this AI core from the Estrella. I've been on this station for a while and I can find nothing, not a single piece of tech, compatible with this core. Almost as if it doesn't belong here.
That is odd.
That's far from the only mystery I'm trying to suss out at the moment. And since we know Juno is not going to be of any help...
I wish I could assist you, Captain, but I'm afraid my directives forbid me from doing so.
See what I mean? So, it's up to us to go digging round for answers on our own. And here is where I'd like to start.
A hollow table.
Much like the one we had back home on the Kronos, apart from one small difference.
Which is?
It doesn't work. The display emitter's shot. If we can replace the emitter, get this thing working, we might be able to access the facility's mainframe.
I assume you've already checked for a spare emitter?
More than a few times. No luck. Not to worry, I've got a friend looking out for a replacement.
A friend?
He'll be along shortly with one of the cargo drones.
Captain Rhodes, speaking of the cargo drone.
Is it on approach?
It is, yes. We'll need you to open the outer door so the cargo drone can dock with the hab.
Jack? Would you mind terribly?
Not at all.
Splendid. The controls are up here.
Bloody right.
Outer door opening.
Thanks. I'm heading up. Look. There's the Estrella. Well, what's left of it anyway.
What happened to the 4 section?
Must have broken off when we made the jump. Stayed in the past. Don't suppose we'll ever manage to make it back. Ah, here comes our little friend now. Look familiar?
That looks like the CubeSat I extracted from our old comms network. P09-CRN.
I think you mean popcorn. It's about time. I was starting to think you'd been lost.
You call him popcorn?
Well, it's certainly better than P09-CRN. Don't you think, Echo 1?
Fair point.
So, did you find an emitter? And it's going to work this time? Close enough. All right, Jack, let's start pulling in the salvage.
Where do you need me?
There's a delivery chute along the wall to my left. It looks like a big tube sticking out of the wall. Head over there, would you?
On my way.
Yes, Jack? I'll pull in the salvage. You scan and identify it.
Understood. Hello.
Well, come on. Let's let him out of there before he pops a circuit. Okay, we'll get you out in a moment. Looks like he's managed to pick up some radiation. Best I can tell, that means thanks. Yes, hello? So, the display emitter is inside? Ah, excellent. Let's finish sifting through the rest of the salvage.
Isn't this one of your old toy dinosaurs from the Kronos 2?
You're right. That's Adam. Remarkable how many of those toy dinos survived.
Would you like to keep it?
Your call. I mean, we don't need it, but I suppose it could be nice to post it up on one of the consoles or something.
I suppose there's no harm in keeping it.
Not at all. He jumped 400 years, same as us. We time travelers have to stick together.
One of my upper extremities, or more accurately, what's left of it.
See? There you go, you found one. Now just repeat that a few hundred more times and you'll start to get an idea of what it took to patch you up. You're lucky the Kronos had so many backup shots.
There's certainly nothing wrong with a little redundancy.
You know, I think I've heard that before.
What should I do with this?
Whatever you like. It's your hand, after all.
We may as well keep it. Perhaps it might prove useful.
Don't you mean it might come in handy?
Perhaps you've been in isolation a little too long.
No argument there. Let's just move on, shall we?
Is this the emitter?
Give it a scan and I'll confirm. That's it, Jack. Let's hope this one works.
Shall I run decontamination?
Yes, please. Nice work, Popcorn. All right. Now we're off to the races. Let's get that emitter down to the holo table. About time we got some answers. I'll meet you down there.
On my way.
You're going to want to insert the emitter into that socket there. Go ahead and get it installed. I'll squeeze underneath and reset the circuit.
Emitter installed.
Right, just give me a tick. How's that? See anything up there?
I'm seeing an image, but it's glitching.
Alright, give me a moment. Bollocks. Okay, if I'm reading these schematics right, the only way we're going to sort this out is by doing a complete master reset. As you might expect, there's a number of steps involved. I'm going to need your help here. Okay, you should be seeing a keypad up there. In order to start the reset process, you'll need a specific command code. Try 0915?
Stand by. Confirmed. Code accepted. The system is requesting I use a slider to confirm. It is, however, locked.
Alright, I can unlock it, but this step requires a bit of coordination. I'll need to disconnect the circuit at the same time you confirm the reset.
On the count of 3.
Yes, on 3. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'll unlock it. 1, 2, 3. So, how'd that work out?
I'm detecting an increased amount of hydrocarbon particles in our vicinity. Is something burning?
Oh, shit. Shit! Ow, that's hot. Okay, so we're gonna need another power coupling. Should be a replacement kicking around here somewhere. Think you could track it down for me?
Any idea where to start?
I'm sure there's a spare power coupling hanging around close by. You know where it is. Well, go on then.
I'm on it. Here you are.
Thanks, Jack. Just give me a sec. There. Power coupling installed. Give me some good news.
Sorry, Captain. I'm afraid it's a lost cause.
Hold on. No, it isn't. It worked. More or less.
More or less?
The image is somewhat distorted.
Well, that won't do. Hang on. How's that? Better?
Yes, that rectified it.
Chiron Station Network Access Client, Habitat Alpha, online. Mainframe connection established. Synchronizing control devices.
Liv, you're beeping.
Personal user interface synchronized.
Well, that's helpful. All right, let's see what we can dig up. Here we are, Habitat A.
Those icons. That must be us.
I was right. We're the only ones here.
Yes, well, this has all been terribly enlightening. Shall we move on?
Okay, so there's no one else in the hab. But what about the rest of the station? This is everything.
Affirmative. This image represents all of Chiron Station.
Right, let's see who else is on board. Jack, you mind taking a look at the map while I keep searching on here?
Of course.
We've got some questions that need answering.
We're not receiving any signal from the other habitat.
That's not a good sign. If there was anyone left, the other habitat would be where I'd expect to find them.
Not showing any occupants in the research wing either. The station's generator is deserted as well.
You see that readout? Running a little hot, wouldn't you say?
Indeed. That would explain the power fluctuations we've been experiencing.
Pretty good bet.
Every branch of the station connects to this structure here, the transit hub. Still no signs of any crew. Or anyone at all, really. This part of the facility appears to be under construction.
You think there'd be someone around then?
No reading.
That's odd. There's no one. The station's deserted.
According to this, we're alone.
Juno, what the hell? Where's the crew?
Technically, I never said there was a crew on this station.
So we're alone here.
I didn't say that either.
Forget it. I'm not going round in circles with you again. There's got to be something else.
Captain Rhodes,
Juno, unless you're about to explain to me exactly what the hell's going on, I would keep quiet. Hang on. I think I might have hit upon something here. Looks like a priority message on a loop.
Priority alert. Containment protocols breached. Multiple branch sectors compromised. General evacuation order has been issued.
oh dear.
Evacuation order?
Proceed immediately to your designated lifeboats. Message will repeat in 1 minute.
All right, Juno, start talking.
Captain Rhodes, I assure you, there is no need for concern. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh? What do you mean, uh-oh?
I think we need to evacuate.
What was that?
That was an electrical malfunction.
You mean one of those electrical malfunctions you told us not to worry about?
No. Okay, yes, but this is different.
Different how?
That last energy spike overloaded one of our substations. The hub's power grid is collapsing.
How do we stop it?
We can't. At least not from here.
So we're just supposed to sit here and do nothing?
Juno,
Alright, listen carefully. I may only have a few moments before we lose contact. Jack, I'm unlocking your reactive cutter. There's an emergency release on the door leading out of here. You can use your cutter to gain access. You still have some time before the hab becomes unsafe. Make your way to the terminal. There should be a tram there that will take you to the...
Juno?
Juno, acknowledge. We've lost contact.
You know, I always thought I'd enjoy this moment a bit more.
Perhaps we should...
Get the hell out of here. Yeah. Still a lot of questions that need answering, and sticking around here is not going to help us.
Plus life support is failing.
Yeah, plus that. This must be the emergency release here. Behind this panel on the door.
I'll take a look. I should be able to cut through the bolts that secure the panel. Allow me to perform an in situ calibration.
You should be able to press the button on your wrist to activate your cutter.
Cutter deployed.
Well, fire it up. Let's make sure it works.
Cutter is functional.
Good. Now, let's cut off that panel.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I bet pulling that release handle will open this door. Nice! That did it! Here, help me pull it open. You take that side. Jack, hold on. Before we go out there... Listen. That shell you're in now... That's the only one of you there is. If something happens to you out there, if you get shut down... That's it. You're... gone.
What about you? Without an EVA suit, you're considerably more vulnerable than I am.
Sure, but I'm used to it. It's not really something you've ever had to think about before. You'll be fine. Just try and remember what I said, okay?
All right, Liv.
Well, here we go. At least emergency lighting still seems to be active. Power's still up in this area.
I doubt that will last. We should keep moving.
Sign above the door says, to tram. That's where we're headed. Whoever built this place...
Initializing scan. Authorization denied. Initializing continue.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I mean, that did just probably shave a couple of years off my lifespan, but...
Let's hope not.
What the hell was that?
Most likely some form of security measure.
Well, it must not work too well if we're tripping it on the way out.
It doesn't appear to be working at all anymore.
Door's sealed. We must have triggered some kind of lockdown procedure. Not seeing any sort of emergency release or access panel. You'd expect there'd be some sort of override or...
Liv, up here, there's a control room.
Let's see.
If there is a way to get the door open, I expect that is where we'll find it.
Yes, now we just have to find a way inside. But how? All the doors are locked. Yes, exactly. This damn contraption.
Containment protocol. Please proceed to the infirmary for further instructions.
Good enough. Yeah, let's check it out.
An infirmary, right next to security.
Yeah. Strange. You know, this place looks... familiar. Let's have a look around.
Why have medical beds in such close proximity to security and the habitat?
Could be... a few of the occupants were immunocompromised.
Perhaps.
Anyway, keep looking. We need to find a way into that control room.
There's a small door over here.
Probably an access point for maintenance.
Could give us a way into the control room.
Let's see if we can find a way to get it open.
This control panel appears to be sealed, though what it actually controls, I'm not sure.
Only one way to find out. Well, only one quick way.
Cut the panel off.
Exactly.
I found a way to access the maintenance ducts.
Nice work.
But the controls are faulty. The accessway won't stay open long enough for me to get inside.
Scoot over. Maybe I can hold it open for you. Didn't see much light up there, by the way.
I assume my headlamp still works?
Should do. Just press the switch on either side of your head.
Headlamp checks out. Good to go.
Right. I'll hold open the hatch. You head up into the ducts. Ready?
Ready.
There, it's open. Head on up. What do you see?
Very little. I suspect these ducts have not been accessed in quite some time.
See if you can find a path to the control room. Fingers crossed, the vents will give us access to that control room.
I think we may be coming up on the control room. Stand by. There's some grating blocking access to the control room. I might be able to cut through.
Do it. Not like anyone's gonna notice. Jack, over here. See anything resembling door controls up there?
Give me a moment to investigate. There is a keypad here, but I don't know the access code.
Do you think there could be any chance someone's gone and left it written down somewhere nearby?
I would sincerely doubt it. Do people really do that?
Happens a lot more often than you might think.
That is grossly negligent.
I wouldn't say grossly.
You've done it before, haven't you?
Look, we're burning oxygen here. Go on, see what else you can find.
This appears to be some sort of recharge station, similar to the induction panels on the Kronos.
Well, add it to the list of things that might be useful. Keep looking. There has to be a way to get these doors open.
What about this drone?
I think it's seen better days.
It lacks power.
Okay, well, let's see if our induction charger can revive him.
Stand by. Recharging.
You're thinking it might have the passcode?
The unit's drive data might still be salvageable.
Without your scanner, you'll need Popcorn to extract the data. Popcorn, you can help him out there, yeah? Seems he might have hit upon something.
I think he just passed an objective to my ARM computer.
A bit bossy, aren't you?
Popcorn has passed me the security code. 1451.
Well, maybe we can use it to get these doors open.
Override unlocked.
That did it. Security's lifted. Come on out of there. I'll meet you in the next corridor.
On our way. Come on, Popcorn. Let's go.
Great, well done in there. Yes, yes, you too. Well, there's actually a tram here. I was starting to worry...
Captain Rhodes, can you hear me?
Juno?
Juno, your signal is very faint.
The power grid is continuing to collapse. In order to depart, two problems need to be resolved. One, the tram is disengaged from the transit rail line. The second issue is that the exit airlock has been damaged. I'm uploading the schematics for the tram station to the captain's risk computer.
Juno,
Ah, delightful. She uploaded the tram schematic. These look, a bit in-depth. Right, let's see. Moving tram from maintenance rail to transit rail. The rail cross index walkthrough, which is... inaccessible without P clearance. Lovely. Or... Popcorn can just point out the rail lines. Also wax. Not entirely sure, but I believe that's Popcorn speak for this is the maintenance rail. And this is obviously the transit rail. The one that actually goes somewhere. So we'll need to get the tram over to it.
she also mentioned the tram airlock is no longer functional.
Right. That's the other issue. Here, let's multitask. I'll take a look at the airlock while you tackle the tram.
Divide and conquer.
Well, at least one of those.
What's first?
Well, these instructions are somewhat dense. It mentions aligning 4 stasis projectors alongside the tram. These must be them.
Align stasis projectors. I'm on it.
Right. Now, let's see how damaged this airlock actually is. Mind pointing that someplace else? Oh, bollocks. They've really mucked up those controls.
Can they be repaired?
Definitely not. Well, maybe. I'll keep you posted.
It appears I can slide the stasis projectors laterally. Projector in place.
Nicely done.
Projector arm extended.
Excellent. You just need to pump it a few times. So they're extended all the way.
Acknowledged. Second projector in place.
Warning. Life support failure. Please proceed to the nearest evacuation point.
Liv,
Yeah, I heard, thanks.
don't worry. Oxygen levels remain well above normal. There's still time to get you somewhere safe. All projectors locked in place.
Excellent. Okay, you still need to raise the projector arms.
All projector arms raised.
Easy peasy. It also mentions a release control panel that should be located below the tram.
I'm on it. Tram released.
Okay, nice work. Let's see here. Page 1138. Words. Looks like the next step is moving the tram itself over. It mentions a tram control console on the boarding platform.
I will keep an eye out. Liv, this console has been damaged.
Well, shit.
Affirmative. Suggestions?
Maybe see if there's a manual control that can be used instead.
I found a sealed auxiliary panel.
It's worth a look. Let's get it open.
I've located a control panel.
Give it a try. Just about wrapped up these airlock repairs. How are things looking on your end?
I'm nearly finished here as well. The tram's now aligned underneath the transit ramp.
Well done, Jack.
Chiron Station. Rapid transit online. Now boarding.
Shall we? There's a control panel in the front. Mind doing the honors?
Destination set. Please prepare for departure.
Hold on to something, Jack.
Departing for transit hub in 3, 2, 1. Airlock cycle complete. For your safety, please hold on. Accelerating to transit speed in 3, 2, 1.
This place is massive.
Far more expansive than even the holomap implied.
So, Where is everyone? What could have happened here?
It is difficult to determine the station's condition from this distance.
Well, I'm not getting my hopes up. Wait,
Something wrong.
do you see that? Up ahead in the cavern? Oh my god. It's the biomass.
It must be reacting to the energy flowing through the tram line.
Wait. Are we... We're slowing down.
The tram is on autopilot. Controls are locked until we reach the end of the line. Well, you did want to know what happened to the station.
Right. Serves me right for asking. Is it possible to feel utterly blindsided and at the same time completely unsurprised?
Approaching destination. Stand by for deceleration. Please hold on. Reducing speed in 3, 2, 1.
At least there's one thing we know Juno was telling the truth about.
What's that?
That probably was a lot safer in the hab.